So, good afternoon to everyone. Today, we would like to concentrate on, if possible, two topics. One is DML commands. This is the first one, and the second one might be constraints. So, how a constraint can be taken, and how a constraint can be created. Everything will be seen. What are different kinds of constraints, and how a constraint will be gets created. Everything will be seen today, if time will be permit me. Okay. So DML commands. Already yesterday we have gone through the syntax of selection. Syntax of selection. So here you can see the selection syntax will be select. So this is one of the very important commands of SQL. Very important commands of SQL. If you thorough with this particular SQL, then you might be 25% of Oracle is known to you. People will think that 25% of Oracle will be known by the person who is thoroughly learned this SQL. However, so you can see select, either it is distinct or it is star, otherwise everything. I pronounce star as everything. And if you want to select a certain number of attributes, not all attributes, only 7 attributes are there. If you want to select 4 or 5 attributes, then you have to specify those names: attribute 1, attribute 2, attribute 3, and so on and so forth. And otherwise, you can also specify an expression, like as some kind of expression. So I'll show you whatever the expressions. So we'd like to operate on this particular thing here. And then case when, I will discuss this one later, because when I am supposed to give some assignments or explanations in laboratory, I will discuss about this particular thing, which is very important for us for taking some kind of explanation of this one. Then followed by from which table you are trying to perform, which table you are trying to get the data. Okay. Then there are several classes. First class will be where, second class will be, so second one will be group by, and third one will be order by, and then fourth one will be connect by. You have 4 different types of classes, and of course case also be one of the classes here, and this class will be implicitly applied, and these 4 classes will be explicitly applied. So before going to take this one, let me give you very precise way of selection, very precise way of application of selection. So let me give that particular point here, and also I'd like to show you how to execute the demo table commands. Our demo tables will be created by demo tables have been created by Oracle Corporation, because whatever the specific application which we have to apply on Oracle, using Oracle, everything can be gets operated by using demo tables. Every operation will be done over there. So if you want to create your own table, in the sense, it could be taken some time. So that is why I'd like to download the demo tables. I'd like to execute those demo tables at our user. So let me open your SQL here. Okay, let me increase the size somewhat. Then it could be some 32. Then bolder fonts. Of course, it could be displayed something like this, so there is no problem at all. Then you can see. So how the demo tables will be. Already I have downloaded from internet only. So just you can type. So Oracle demo tables, something like this. So the first link itself is demo bld.sql, demo bld.sql. Click on that, and then you have to copy. You have to select everything, and you have to copy to notebook or notepad, and then you will select everything. So you could see whatever the contents which have been there with that particular website, everything will be there here. So you can take everything, copy. Yes, I have copied. Then open your SQL. Then apply ed. Edit is always trying to open what you call a buffer. So ed. Now don't go for editor, I mean buffer. Now you can go for so a particular file demo. The file name is demo bld dot sql ed. So you have to select this particular name ed. So demo bld dot sql. So just open it. Oh, already it is there. Already here. Already everything is there here. Okay, okay. Everything is there. So already demo build is there with the Oracle. So I have copied for this one for the previous batch. So it is there. By default, in quality, it could not becomes. Okay, however, after pasting and saving the particular file, you just operate at the rate. So here, at the rate demo bld demo build, and then put OK. It could be so building all demonstration tables. So the demonstration tables will be includes these demonstration tables of demo tables of Oracle includes. So what kind of things are going to be included here in the sense? Number one, EMP is one particular table. EMP is one particular table. So EMP. Second one is DEPT. And third one is so SAL GRADE salary. And the fourth one is I did not remember the fourth one. Let me see what is the fourth one here. So now you can select everything from so tab. Already we have been operating this particular command knowingly or unknowingly. We have been operating this particular command for the past 2 days. So look at it. Yes, bonus. Bonus is one more table. So DEPT, dummy, EMP, and salary. So totally these four, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 can be gets created here. So look at this bonus, BONOUS, and the last one is dummy. These are the tables which have been created by demo tables, and we are mainly focused upon only 2 tables, that is EMP and DEPT. Let us go ahead and check it out. Let us go ahead and check it out whether what kind of data it does. So let me check it out. So data will be select. So now you can see everything, all columns from table name is EMP. You can select this one. Yes, you can see the data here. So select everything. So here, as far as the syntax I have given or I have shown just before, so select distinct or start or all or separate attribute or any expression from table name. Some clauses are there. So 4 clauses are there. However, so I have been operated. I need all columns from this particular table. If you go for describe, DESC, describe, so-called EMP table. If you go for this particular command, so it could be displayed to you. You could see employee number. First column name is employee number, which is number of 4. Employee name, which is varchar2 of 20. Job, which is varchar2 of 9. MGR, which is number of 4. Hire date, the date when he was joined into the organization, that is called as hire date. And then salary, number of 7,2. Commission, number of 7,2. And he belongs to he or she will be belongs to which department? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 columns are there here. So if you want to select or if you want to display 8 columns of data, so you will be go ahead and do this particular operation. That is select everything or star from EMP. If you go ahead with that, then you can see the data which is pertaining here. Totally 14 rows of data is available. 14 rows of data is available here. You can see Smith, Allen, Ward, Jones, and so on and so forth. Many people are there here. And then their jobs are clerk, salesman, manager, and then analyst, president, and then clerks. Many number of clerks and salesmen and managers and president are available here. And then they have joined so and so date here. So and so date here. Their salaries are these are the salaries of those people. And then some people may get some commission. So you can see commission in the sense only sales persons will be get the commission. Remaining all persons does not have any commission here. You can observe this one. So these 4 salesmen are there, so that the 4 commissions are available. And this particular person will belongs to which department? Which department? Department number 10, 20, 30, 40. Then here wanted to know about so this department. Okay, let me operate CLS here. I'd like to display both at the same time. So you can see, and then going for select everything from DEPT. So in department, look at this department number 10 is accounting, which is there at New York. So you can take this particular thing here. So he belongs to accounting department, and he is working at New York. And department number 20, so research there at the last. So you can see this one. So department 30 at Chicago, and so Chicago is this particular person. All department number 30 people are working at Chicago. And department number 40 at Boston, operations at Boston, but you can observe this particular data, this entire data, you could not find even one employee with the department number 40. No employees there in department number 40. Okay, so therefore, this is the information regarding to these two. And we'll also go ahead and display, so select everything in the sense start from, what is that, BONOUS, bonus. So what is that? So select everything from TAB. I don't know what is the spelling of that one, BONUS. So BONUS, no O here. So data is not there. And then you'll go ahead and display dummy. There is no data here. Nothing is there. Of course, single column will be there. And one more, that particular thing is sal grade. SALGRADE, sal grade. So grades of salary, 700 to 1200 will be there. His grade is 1, and 3000 to 9999 will be there. His grade will be 5. However, this is the completed information regarding to demo tables. Okay. In demo tables, what kind of data you are supposed to select here? And the selection is a very big command here. So let us go ahead and discuss. So only where class. I don't want to go in depth at this moment. I'd like to display only where class. Only where class I'd like to discuss today. So let us see. What kind of operations you have to operate on where class here. So for example, people will ask you to display one query will be asked to you that queries. So I'd like to ask some queries here. First query will be display the details of all employees. All employees' details must be displayed. To operate this one, what kind of command we are supposed to operate here is select all details is required. All employees and every property must be displayed here. Select everything from EMP. Okay, you can. This is the answer for that particular query. And one more query will be asked to you that the people whomever belongs to department number 30, only department number 30. Look at this. Display. Next query will be display the details of employees who belongs to, question will be who belongs to DEPT NO 30, only 30. Okay, remaining people are not required. So when where class will be gets operated, the data will be always shortened. Data will be always shortened. You cannot display complete information. You may be display partial information or some information. Only 5 to 6 rows or 10 to 15 rows. We have 14 rows are there. Out of 14, you may have some 6 rows or 5 rows. So the remaining data will be always goes for high. So let us examine this particular command. So this command will be select everything from EMP here, where the condition will be gets operated here. Where condition? What is the condition here? DEPT NO So will be equal to 30. The people whomever belongs to department number 30. So look at this. So it could be short in the data which is pertaining by that particular table EMP. So remaining all people other than 30, remaining all people will be so switched off. They are not supposed to display here. So that is why select statement is very, very important. So I'd like to prepare some kind of reports by using selection. Okay? That is the important point here. So for example, so let me take one more query here in terms of where class. One more query can be taken here. That query might be display the details of all employees, all details and all employees. So whose job is, for example, managers. Managers. Only managers will be gets displayed. Remaining people could not be there with us. So for that, we'd like to operate. So select everything from EMP where. So instead of taking this one, the job job is equal to. So it is already in characters. It is already in characters. So that I would like to all characters will be enclosed in single quotes. Already we have line. Already we have line. So managers will be gets displayed here. Manager. Okay. So close that quote and we'll display. You can see all managers. Remaining everybody is switched off. They are not supposed to display here. So you can based on one particular condition, you can display or you can so get the output with the different kinds of reports as reports. Okay. So you can see. So that is why selection is very, very important. Okay. So where class can be gets operated here, of course, not exactly equal to. So you have many other queries also be there. So let me discuss after some time because I'd like to complete the DML at the first. Then we'll go in depth of selection, in depth of remaining all operations. Okay. That this is the information regarding to selection here. Now, let us go ahead with the next command, delete. I'll come back this particular thing, these two things after some time because so insertion is very important because without data you cannot delete anything. So insert command. So this is the command, this is the specific command which is used to communicate with the table. Communication in the sense with the tables. So with the tables, so you can enter data by using insert. By using insert command, you can communicate with the table so that you can enter, insert some data into the table. Let us examine what are the syntax primitives of this insert command. Let us see. So insert into whatever the table name you can specify. After table name, so you can actually here it is open something like this. So open attribute 1, attribute 2, attribute 3, and so on and so forth. This is actually so. I'm sorry, just wait for a while. So these are not existed here. This inside, not outside. These must be existed inside. So attribute 1, attribute 2, attribute 3. So after table name, if you specify, besides to table name, if you specify like this, so only those attributes might be taking values. Okay. So let me explain. That followed by, so after specifying table name values, then ampersand. Let me explain what is this ampersand after 2 minutes. So value or expression and so on and so forth. If you specify a number of attributes, those particular number of attributes you have to enter the data. And of course, so if you are select the data from other table, if you are insert the data from other table, the subquery also be possible. Okay, subquery also be possible. Let me explain what is this ampersand here. Ampersand is in Oracle. Ampersand is used to take the input. Single row input. Okay, let me single value, not row also, single valued input. Single, so it is very important to remember single valued input. Okay, it is used to take single valued input, and as and when you have to specify ampersand, Oracle, otherwise SQL is always trying to So accept some data from you. Accept some data from you. So however, how insert command can be gets operated here? So it could be gets operated single row insertion, okay, individual row insertion, individual row insertion with proper input, okay, then followed by single row insertion with for selected columns. Previously we have seen 7 columns. Out of 7, only would like to enter only 2 to 3 columns. Then those are called as selected columns. Then a single row insertion with selected columns using input. Input in the sense, you must remember input in the sense ampersand. Here also ampersand. It must be remembered by you. So in this way, you can enter. And where exactly the data types of the columns might be varchar2 or character, you must be enclose them within single quotes. And the date will be there, you must enclose within single quotes with this particular format. The format will be dd -mon -yy. Either it is a two-digit year value or 4-digit year value. Doesn't matter. You can enter. Okay. Let us see how the data can be introduced. So we'll see. So all these formats. Let us go ahead and check out this one here. Look at this. CLS here. Select everything from, so TAB. I'd like to select everything from tab. So you can see yesterday we have created one particular table. The table is STUD underscore exam. So let us take DESC STUD underscore EXAM. What are the columns we have defined? So we have defined a register number, SUB1, SUB2, SUB3, SUB4, and SUB5. All are numbers only. No characters or where characters or dates. Everything is number only. Now trying to insert row by row into this particular table. How the insertion will be gets happen. So insert into, what is my table name? Table name is so STUD underscore EXAM, followed by what we are trying to insert in that particular table, values, proper values. So values. So here, if you are specify something like this, you have to enter the data for all columns which are available in the table. For all columns. So register number 1, 2, 3, subject 1 to subject 5. All columns you have to enter. For example, so 501 followed by next value is subject 1 marks will be 25, then followed by so 45, then followed by 56, then followed by 78, 4 subjects, and 5th subject is this one. Okay, semicolon. If you do so, then immediately one row has been created in that particular table. Okay, look at this. Select everything from, so STUD underscore EXA student exam. You can see this is the data. Okay, this could be the data. And if you want to introduce the data for only for this particular student examination table by taking some input, then how could you take it? So look at this. Instead of specifying these values directly, you'd like to take some kind of input. Ampersand must always followed by the column names. So the first column name is register number. So that is why you have to specify regd underscore NO, followed by ampersand SUB1, followed by ampersand SUB2, followed by ampersand SUB3, then ampersand SUB4, ampersand SUB5. Whereas if you have any character or varchar2, so you have to start like this. Open brace, ampersand. So student name is normally character. It must be specified like this while taking input. While entering the data, of course, the data Hari is the name of the student. So directly you can enclose the single quotes. But here, while taking input, you have to specify like this. Or date of birth, that is the date column. So ampersand DOP. That's also be enclosed within single quotes. If you have any characters or varchar2s or date of birth, so it could be entered something like this. Okay. For our table, it doesn't have anything. So all are numbers only. All are integers only. So that is why Now it will be ask you whatever the after ampersand, whatever the data you have typed, that will be displayed. Enter value for, that is, it will be caused by ampersand, and whatever the name you have been, whatever the word you have been given here after ampersand, that could be the next. So it will ask you one more answer. So 502, then subject 1 will be 45, 56, and 78, and 50, however, whatever the values. You can see values have been introduced. And here, what is the most recent command? This is the most recent command. And our buffer also have same kind of command. You can see. So this is the command, the buffer which does have. So therefore, you can operate slash. Most recent command is this one in the buffer. So you have to operate slash one more time. Same command will be executed for one more time. Slash. Enter value for register number 503. Sorry. Insert. And go ahead with one more row. Again slash. You can see 45, 69, 78, 59, and 78, and 23. Now you can go ahead with selection. Select everything from std underscore exa. You can see these many number of rows are supposed to be there here. Okay. This is the data where exactly we have been inserted so far. Now, as far as insertion, so single row direct input is gets over. Single row insertion with input is gets over. Then what about selected columns? Look at this, selected columns in the sense. So I have data of register number, subject 1 mark, subject 1 teacher has corrected and given to me, and the subject 2 person also corrected and given to me, subject 5 also corrected and given to me. There is no information regarding to subject 4 and 5. Then how could you enter that particular? Because I don't have any information regarding to subject 3 and subject 4 with me. Then I would like to insert into table name is std underscore exam. Now you have to open this one here. You have to open brace. So open parentheses. Whatever the columns you are trying to enter, mention those registered numbers, comma, sub1, comma, sub2, comma, sub5. I don't have any information regarding to subject 3 and subject 4. So that I have mentioned these columns, I am going to insert the data for these columns only. If you are not specify any columns after table name, you are expected to enter. Oracle will think that, SQL will think that you are expected to enter all columns data. But here, right now you have selected only some 4 columns out of 7 columns. So now Oracle will think that yes, this person is going to, this user is going to enter data for only these 4 columns. So then followed by values. Next value is 504, then followed by subject 1 marks are 53, 56, 63, and 69. These are the values. Look at this, only four values are there with us. Now row has been created. Then what about these 2 values? These 2 values are not known to me. Then what about these 2 values? Instead of direct value, it is going to store null. You can see null value has stored here. So here null value has been stored here. So if null value will be there, then SQL thinks that no information regarding to these 2 attributes. These 2 columns, there is no information. That is the main. Okay. Now there is a register number with me. Subject 3, subject 4 information is there, and remaining subjects information is not there. For example, now how you could enter the data here in the sense, this is the way of enter the data. Yeah, this is register number is there, subject 3 is there with me for next person, subject 4 is there with me, and remaining information is not there with me. Remaining information is not there with me. So here values, then followed by 505, then what is the data here? 23, and then 25. This is the data. Oh, sorry. Names are duplicated. Same names have been given here. So please mention that there is a subject 3. Subject. You can see. Yes, it has been created. Then go ahead with selection. Look at this. So the register number value is there, but there is no value for this particular data. I mean, this particular column, but there is no value for this particular column. So as and when, if you omit to insert the data by selecting the columns, whatever the columns you have omitted, those columns will be inserted with nulls. Those columns will be inserted with null, null value. That's what you have to remember. And for these columns, if you introduce continuous input by taking input, then you'll go ahead and enter something like this instead of specifying direct values. So you have to specify. So ampersand regd underscore elbow, then followed by ampersand sub1, then followed by ampersand sub2, then followed by ampersand sub5. Okay, we'll ask you. So 506, subject 1 is 45, 58, 57. Okay, that's over. So you can take select everything from one more new row has been created. In this way, you can enter the data by taking input by direct values for selected columns or all columns. In this way, you have to enter the data. When varchar2 and the date will be there, you must remember these two. You must remember these two. Please remember this particular thing. So when varchar2 or character data types are there for a particular column, then you have to enclose them with single quotes, and the date will be there. You must be enclosed with single column, single quotes, and the format must be seems like this. In this way, you can insert the particular data into one particular table. Okay. Then go back one more time. Go back in the sense, yes, here. So we'll go back to this particular delete. This particular delete here. Delete in the sense, so-called data will be deleted temporarily. You please remember this word, temporarily. Temporarily. There is a very important concept in nearer future, probably by after two classes, by 21st or 22nd, you do have one more class with you, that is TCL, Transaction Control Language. Thereby, you could understand what is temporary. Okay, please remember this. As and when the TCL commands are being discussed with you, then I'd like to explain this one very clearly. What is temporary deletion and what is a permanent deletion? So let us examine this one. Okay. So before going to take, I'd like to operate without your knowledge. I'd like to operate one command. That command is commit. This is actually TCL command. So let us go ahead and display this one data. Okay, I have unnecessary data is there with me. That is party 5. There is no party 5 as a register number for me. So I'd like to delete this particular data from this one. So look at this. This delete or update. If you consider these two, delete or update. If you omit to operate this particular where class, everything will be. I mean, the total number of rows will be temporarily deleted, whereas all values of that particular column will be updated with the same value. So let me show you. If you omit this one, if you are not giving where class, that is the problem. Let me show you. Delete from table name is stud underscore exam. No, unknowingly, I have been operated this one. Look at this. Number of rows are 7. 7 has been deleted. Don't worry. All rows are available with us. Okay. In server, all rows are available with us. Then how could you get back in the sense? So before going to get back, look at this. Select everything from stud underscore. So what is that? Exam. Look at this. No rows are selected. Now, how could you get back? So there is a command. That command is TCL command, that is rollback. Rollback completed. Then you could get the data back. Okay. So let me explain what is this commit and what is the rollback after some classes. That is 21st. I would like to take TCL. Okay. So look at this. If you omit where class, if you omit to operate where class, so then everything will be gets deleted. Okay. Then there must be some problem with us. So that is why you have to operate with where class. So I'd like to delete only the register number, whose register number is 45. I'd like to delete only that particular one. Delete from stud underscore exam. So where regd underscore NO, whose register number will be equal to 45. Only that particular data will be deleted. One row deleted. Then you'll go ahead and select that one. 45 is not there. 45 register number 45 is not available with us. In this way, you can delete the particular thing. So delete DML delete operation is only temporary deletion, not permanent deletion. Please remember this. Provided there are several conditions. Let me explain those conditions. Well, we will come across with TCL comments and update. So update is done by so already done on already existed table. Update table name, set attribute, and a new value and where class. So let me show you. So actually, this person I'd like to consider. So for subject one, this person has 454. It is not actual proper value. It is actually 54. Let me update this one here. Update. So table name is stud underscore exam followed by set. What I'm trying to set for subject one is equal to 54 and put semicolon here. What exactly been happened? Then go ahead and select everything here. Look at this. Everybody has got 54. This is not our actual idea. We'd like to change only for this particular person's information. Of course, apply for roll back one more time. Oh, sorry, BACK. Roll back one more time and go for select everything. Of course, 45 also get back here. Don't worry. So then how this could be deleted permanently, let me explain you. Then I'd like to change this one here right now by using where class. So update, so 54, update the student exam, set subject one equal to 55, where SUB1 is equal to 454. Where exactly that value is reflected, thereby 54 you have to place. One row is updated, you can see. So 454 will be changed to 54. Already existed value can be updated. If you are not having any data, you cannot update it here. Now I got subject 3 marks of 504, for example. Instead of now I would like to place the actual marks. Then how could you do? So update table name is stud underscore exam set. So SUB3 will be equal to 67 marks, where for whom it is. So it is 504. RUGD underscore NO will be equal to 504. Only for that particular fellow. One row is updated. Go ahead and select this one. Yes, 67 will be taken. Previously there is no 67. Now 67 will be taken. So that's all today's class. Let me take attendance. You go out, then you will miss your attendance. Okay. Thank you. And please join to Google Classroom immediately.